So now you know what to do on your family WhatsApp groups.
Yeah, that's
Share
true.
the link
Yeah.
of the O Millionaire website.
Sit down with your friends, let's say, or your family, you appoint someone who is,
Responsible.
like if you have a syndicate, you have to be aware of that you're not getting the whole price.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the O Millionaire podcast. With us, we have someone very special. He's one of 3 lotto game designers in the world. So if you have any questions regarding lotteries, he's the man to go to. I have Mr. Ralph C. Martin, who's here to answer everything about O Millionaire and the green initiative behind it, Oasis Park.
Thank you for the compliments. Hello, Maradona.
Hello.
It's great to be here again for a new
Yes.
podcast we have, and let's see what we can answer or what knowledge people are looking for we can provide.
It's a very interesting question about why do people join lottery syndicates?
Well, there are obviously different reasons I can think of. First of all, we have to define the what's a syndicate.
What is a syndicate?
Well, well, it's a good thing. Sometimes you think like syndicates are bad, but in this case, it's a good idea actually. It's when individuals basically come together and they pool their money to buy more tickets.
Okay.
So that's the very simple way, right? I mean, so you're gathering a couple of friends or, like a group of friends, and then you put the money on the table and you can buy more tickets, which increases, obviously, your chances of winning.
Oh,
So one of the reasons people do this is, having like more, better chance of winning because, the odds in lotteries sometimes are really low. But if you buy like 10 tickets, your chances increase by 10, which
True.
is amazing. So this is one of the reasons you have. Then obviously it's another reason is like maybe you don't have to, and you don't have enough money, let's say, to buy more than 1, 2, 3 tickets. So also like to be like on the safe side on spending on money, your money on lotteries or spending in general.
Wow. It's interesting that you say that it actually increases your chances of winning. Like tomorrow, if I'm spending, say, 100 dirhams on buying 2 tickets, I might as well split that money with maybe 3 or 5 of my friends.
Absolutely.
And we get, wow.
I think it's a really nice way. And you also have like this, like this engagement, this where you have like this social engagement. It's such a wonderful idea to have like a group. You have a goal together, obviously to win. And if you're winning, you're celebrating together.
Yes, you need.
Because like in this group, everybody is a winner, right?
Yeah.
So all these kind of this aspect also like brings people together. And I know that some syndicates are existing for many years. I mean, I know this from even I think like my parents or even my grandparents had like syndicates with friends, and I don't know, they played the lottery for 50 years and longer. Wow. So it's a great thing. I think it's and it's entertaining, right? And you can discuss things. You can even discuss strategies to play the lottery. So
also, it's a modern way. I mean, tomorrow, if you have, say, maybe a kitty party or any household celebration, and you end up playing housey amongst yourself, you might as well buy a green certificate.
Yeah, absolutely. There are some nice stories actually about. Really nice one is like a story about like these workers at or colleagues at a hospital in Wales actually, and they become famous as the catering girls. And these 6 people, these 6 women actually that had a syndicate, they won 25 million euros in the lottery. I think it's that's really cool. And then another story is about a syndicate. It's a family syndicate where like I think like 4 family members bought the tickets, and they played for about 30. Actually, they bought more than 30 years.
Wow.
So they had this family syndicate. I think the family is called like the Kopp family. And they won after 30 years. They hit the jackpot, and they won the prize. And so you see, like, I mean, these syndicates exist for many years, and they have fun playing each time.
So now you know what to do on your family WhatsApp groups.
Yeah, that's
Share
true.
the link
Yeah.
of the O Millionaire website, and yeah, a few of you guys could get together and split payments on WhatsApp maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's really nice. I mean, no matter if it's like your colleagues or you do this like in your at work, for example, you know, you do it with your friends, you do it with your sports group, let's say maybe, or you just do it like with your family, as you just mentioned, right? So, but when you do this, of course, there are some certain risks.
How?
Well, first of all, you know, you have, you know, like when it comes to the winning,
Okay.
then you always have to think of like, do I get my share? I mean, the first thing is like, I mean, do you have a reliable manager?
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
start with this. So you need somebody who is appointed to basically to pay for the ticket, to
Yeah.
handle the ticket, right? There are other stories where people really, the syndicate thought they are winning, but then the manager or the appointed person forgot to buy the ticket.
Oh,
And then you have like big issues, right? So that means like you have like disputes in all these kind of things that come up when people are fighting either about, you know, the winnings maybe, or the share of the winnings, because somebody says like, oh, I paid like for 2 tickets or whatever, or put some more money. So all this, you know, like these kind of things are things where you have to be aware of. And then, you know, like if you have a syndicate, you have to be aware of that you're not getting the whole price. I mean, even so, maybe if everybody in the syndicate is giving his own number, right? Then you have to share it with all the syndicate members. So that means like you have to divide the
prize.
jackpot
Yeah.
through all the syndicate members.
Wow.
And this is just fair, right? So the risk, you have to be aware of the risk. If you want to say like, no, I don't want to share anything, then you better play your own tickets.
Yeah.
Or
And it's always a little better to play it with family and friends only.
I think it's much more fun and you
Yeah.
know, like, and then like, for example, talking about this, the manager, let's say, I mean, who is taking care of the money and the winnings and the dividing and all these kind of things. You know, like, let's say you're on vacation, you can appoint some other person, you know, like, so, I mean, at least you're not missing a week. Because,
True.
I mean, somebody is reminding you, oh, did we already buy the ticket? And it's a lot of fun because, I mean, you can discuss like strategies how to win. I mean, you're playing the same number every week. You're choosing new numbers. You have some models to create new numbers, or you do both. You can say like, oh, let's buy 2 tickets always the same. Let's buy 2 tickets like on a certain mechanism you can come up with, you know, like, so yeah, all these kind of things.
Wow. Also, I had a thing about vacations. Whenever I would go on a vacation, that's the time I would probably indulge in a little of.
Yeah, you skip it because you don't think about it, right? I mean, it's if you are going there, if you are leaving the country, and you know, like you're like you have other things to do with your family, you know, like you maybe, but you know, like if somebody in the syndicate is responsible, I mean, then somebody else is buying it, right, and making sure that you don't miss a week.
Yeah.
I mean, I just always picture this like when I said like somebody is not buying the ticket in a syndicate, but I always picture this: if you miss a week and your numbers are coming up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's so sad. And you're like, oh, I already was a millionaire, you know, like, you know, just because of this little tiny mistake, you know, like we are all still broke or whatever.
No, so I was saying whenever I would go on a vacation, that's the time I would go to a casino
Yeah, oh yeah.
and try and recover my trip.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could just go on the website and buy a green
Yeah,
certificate.
it's not an issue today anymore, because I mean, yes, you can go to, obviously, to the website, and online you can buy it from everywhere in the world. Especially your Millionaire has no restrictions unless it's like a banned country or something like that. But yeah, again, I mean, the syndicate has like some risk as well. I mean, you have to be aware of it. And then, so like, I mean, when you create a syndicate, then maybe you just have some rules. I mean, that's my advice. I mean, sit down with your friends, let's say, or your family, you appoint someone who is,
Responsible.
yeah, he's responsible and reliable for it, for example, like this is important. And then this person is not just, like, he has to have a standing because he has to collect the money from everybody. So I mean, you don't want like, oh, I don't pay today, and then you have a winner, and then he claims the prize, right?
Yeah.
So everything, maybe you even write it down. You have some funny rules you make up, like if somebody is paying late or whatever, he has to pay for free drinks or the food, like the next family dinner he has to buy.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can come up with so many funny ideas for the syndicates, and but having like a concept at the beginning makes it a lot easier. I mean, maybe you don't want to have like too many people in your syndicate, or you want to give other people the chance to participate. Even like, come on, like if you have a family, I mean, maybe someone who doesn't have enough money, invite him to be like a free member of the syndicate. That would be a good cause in the first place, right?
True. At least he could be a part of everything that's happening around.
And you know what? I just came up with it.
Wow.
Well, that's a good part about it. I mean, that's the good thing about a podcast. Like you discuss topics, and then talking about it brings new ideas in your head.
So yeah, there you have it. This is a little that you needed to know about a lottery syndicate. It increases your chances of winning. So go form one with your family and friends, and it's always good to share or participate together and win together. Why not?
And let me add this, because I was talking to the IT of O Millionaire the other day, and they assured me that there is like something like an online syndicate already in planning. So that means like, if you don't have the syndicate, like your personal syndicate, let's say, you can maybe participate in the future with O Millionaire in a syndicate where you are part of a syndicate where you don't know the other people, but again, you have the same idea of like being together, increasing your chances, and having like the social aspect, like the personal aspect of like sharing these celebration with other people.
All the people that have won in the past, say 5 out of 6 numbers, 5 out of 7 numbers, maybe they could be a syndicate of all the winners.
Yeah, that would be fun too. Exactly.
Wow, interesting.
So that's another, like, I mean, what people don't see in our podcast is that we have like a crew behind this, doing this recording, of course.
True.
And we just heard that a friend of ours has like 7 friends, so he can build a syndicate. So I think this is the best way to win. So everybody, please look around, find a way, and celebrate together with your friends your winnings.
Well, there you have it. If you have any other questions about lotteries, feel free to write to us. And thank you so much for joining us on this episode.
Welcome.
And yes, please go ahead and share it.
Yeah. And just keep in mind, you can't win if you don't play.